Are we live? Looks like we're live. Okay. We are live and it color up in here. Wait, hold on, let me put up the light a bit. All right. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? It is Sayians Corner. How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a good one. So guys, we are gonna be talking about Dragon Ball Daima. We're doing a review. I'm doing a review, okay? Finally getting around to one of these reviews. I know I've been saying I'm gonna do a review for a series and I never get around to doing it. That's on me. That's my bad. Always some stuff going on life wise, so it's really hard for me to do certain videos, especially since I have another channel. It's called the Geek Low Stars channel. It's with me and my boy Buggy. You've seen him on here a few times. We're on that channel, so please go and support that channel as well. The link will be in the description down below. Okay, so go check that channel out. So, guys, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are good, man. My, last couple weeks has been crazy, job wise, and even like on the media tip, it's been crazy. Yo, we just son, y'all seen the solo leveling vid? It's up right now. Go check it out, bro. That was insane, bro. And I wanted to bring that up to say this. We got Invincible, the Conquest episode. That's up. Well, that's gonna be up tomorrow. We had solo leveling this week. You know what I mean? And then we had Dragon Ball for a little bit too. And them episodes, them last like I would say like 9, 10 episodes was crazy. You know what I mean? So it is a great time to be a geek. It's a great time. No, like seriously, it is really a great time to be a geek. We have all of this stuff going on, especially with the world the way it is. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am freaking loving it, y'all. So guys, okay, we're gonna get down to business in a minute. We because we got stuff to talk about, right? We got stuff to talk about. Let's get into this diamond review. Sorry about that. I had to make sure y'all can hear me and stuff, so we're good. Okay. So Dragon Ball Daima came out last year. I think it started out last year and worked, and the finale just came like a few weeks ago. So it's been a few weeks since Daima has ended. And it's cool because I really had to sit down and think about it. I really sat down. I really thought about this because it's in the title. Was this a failed experiment or did it succeed? I don't. I think it succeeded in showing us that no matter how long we wait for Super, Dragon Ball is always going to be profitable, and I think Super showed that too in Battle of Gods. Because I remember when Battle of Gods came out, I believe that came out in 2013, 2012, something like that, right? I remember when that came out, and I was so hyped for that because we haven't had any Dragon Ball content since the Buu Saga, after Buu Saga. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I take that back. After GT, and I was in the 90s. Well, when we got it, it was like early 2000s. So forward later, and we got Battle of Gods. Now, mind you, during this time, we had a bunch of games, Dragon Ball wise. The Budokai series, Budokai 1, 2, and 3. Tenkaichi Budokai 1, 2, and 3. Trying to think of another one. Xenoverse, Burst Limit, Sagas. We had a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Whole bunch, right? Now we get to the point where we have actual content. I think the last thing that came out that I discovered was Yo Son Goku and his friends. That was the last one. So now we got I'm sorry. Now we got Battle of Gods, and that made money from what I remember. That made money. So that just goes to show you that people still love Dragon Ball, no matter what era it is. We still love Dragon Ball. Now, 3 movies later, and Super ends. 2017 it ends. We don't get no Dragon Ball content since then. We haven't got nothing until Daima. Now, I know I'm being long winded, and I'm sorry, but I'm explaining my train of thought going into what I'm saying in this review. Y'all could go watch my trailer reactions, and I've actually said this before. I was not looking forward towards that. I really wasn't, especially when I heard and saw the trailer of what it was going to actually be about. I said this is GT 2.0 with the software patch update. That's what it sounded like to me because everybody getting turned into a kid except for just Goku. Now everybody get turned into a kid. I didn't really I saw this already. Called Dragon Ball GT. Saw this already. Why would I need to see this again? You know. So I really wasn't into it, especially, or I wasn't looking forward to it, especially after finding out what this was going to be about. Even though I saw the drawings look good, the animation looked great, I still didn't want to see it. Or I wasn't looking forward to it. I was still going to react to it. Now, I'm going to be very honest. Aside from the first episode opening, when we saw like an updated version of the animation from the old footage, from the old Dragon Ball Z series, and even Dragon Ball Z. Us, I thought I broke my control. Oh, I broke my control. Oh, I thought I broke my controller, y'all. I'm sorry. So outside of that, right? Outside of that, I wasn't really very interested in it. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going around the corner. Sorry. So outside of the opening animation and leading up to the kid, everybody getting turned into a kid, I thought the first, I want to say 6 episodes or 5 to 6 episodes were very average at best. And it was kind of like it was reaffirming my fear for this show, right? That I wasn't gonna like it, that it was just gonna be basically, even though it looked very good, animation wise, it looked awesome. Have nothing to complain about that. But even so, it still would, it still was just mediocre to me. Then we get to episode 7 and 8. And that's where it turned up for me a little bit. When Goku fought the Tamagotchi warrior, the first one. That was a dope fight, y'all. It showed things that I've been missing from this series. I actually loved how Goku continuously was fighting with his power pole. That's one of the aspects of the show I really did love. I loved him using his fight with the power pole. I really loved that. The animation was looking crisp as hell. Goku was going in with that Tamagotchi warrior until he got to Super Saiyan, first Super Saiyan 1. And then he went to Super Saiyan 2 to with the Kamehameha, bro. Fire, bro. Fire episode. And then coming to find out for the Tamagotchis, there's the physical part and then there's the mental part that you have to pass in order to get the Dragon Ball. Which I actually really like that stipulation because it added something to it other than just physical. It's also a mental thing too. And I felt like that's what was Dragon Ball Z's been missing. Or the Dragon Ball franchise. Because Goku is smart when it comes to fighting. Everything else, not so much. And even the smart thing that they were asking these questions for, they didn't really it wasn't really about fighting. It was just really about like uh just knowing everything outside of fighting. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. And then we get to later episodes where we have the old Namekian joining the crew. And then we get to bro, I, when we get to I think it's episode 12 or 13. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3 as a kid. I didn't expect this at all. This is when this and I hate to say this and I hate to say it. But even in my reaction, I had said this too. I apologize. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. Right? Zoni, what's going on, my guy? How you doing? Sorry, my thing isn't up right now, so I'm looking on my phone in the comments. So I'm sorry, I didn't see you before. What's good? What's good? What's good? Is your boy Aldi Zoni? I gotta watch Dragon Ball Daima for real. What episode is it so far? Well, I mean, all the episodes are done, Zoni, so you can go watch it on Netflix right now if you want to. Like all the episodes are there, or even on Crunchyroll. So you can go look it up. And I'm glad you came in, bro. I didn't even know you didn't watch that. Oh, actually, no, you did say that. My bad. But yeah, go watch it, bro. Go watch it. It's good. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying. So Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 was one of the it was something I was waiting for as a kid. I've been waiting for Goku, for Vegeta to get his moment and get Super Saiyan 3 too. And you know what's crazy? It makes sense because in Battle of Gods, he exceeded Super Saiyan 3. So you can sit there and say, oh, he had Super Saiyan 3. But since Goku got defeated, it didn't make no sense for him to go Super Saiyan 3 too, as well. So you can say that. And let me tell y'all something. This was a master class when he went Super Saiyan 3 because homie said, yo, he looked so awesome when he fought the second warrior, bro. He had his arms folded, bro. He had his arms folded. Like he was just, this ain't shit for me. You know what I'm saying? And just beating the living shit out of the Tamagotchi warrior. And it got to a point where he caught him, son, with ease. And seeing him, and I love the design too, because because I looked it up and it was actually no, I think somebody told me too in the comments. He has the old look of how Super Saiyan or concept art of Super Saiyan 3, how it was supposed to look versus how it actually did look. So I really like that. That was pretty cool. He looked like Knuckles to me. I mean, not Knuckles, of Shadow to me. But it was still dope. And he did it as a kid, which was awesome. And then seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 3 as a kid was awesome too, right? And then that's when I noticed the action ramped up from episode, I want to say, like episode 10 and on. That's when the action really ramped up. And I was like, okay, yes, I bet. Ooh-wee. Then we got something I never would have thought we would have got. Super Saiyan 4. Yeah. I listen. If you ever would have told me, "Hey, yo, Daima is gonna have Super Saiyan 4 in here," I would have said you crazy, bro. Ain't no way. Huh? I ain't gonna make a game. Huh? I would have never believed you. Now I watched it. I was like, "Oh my god, they really did this." First of all, they did a short version. They did a chibi version of Super Saiyan 4. Then they did the adult version, right? And the design looks cool. I like the design a lot. GT version is still better for me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna waste no time. But I really did like how they did their own version of Super Saiyan 4 canon wise. I actually do like it. He got the Popeye arms and shit. Like that's pretty dope. And then that's when the action got really crazy, bro. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, it's done. Yeah, Zoni, it's done, and it's 20 episodes, so it's not long at all. They're all 30 minutes, 24 to 30. Yeah, they're all 24 minutes, so you're good, bro. So okay, so I wanted to get that out the way, right? So now I'm at a place where this was a good, this was a cool series, but I got issues with it, especially after the end. 'Cause I didn't like what they did at the end. You know what I mean? Now I'm assuming this is like a one season type of deal. I don't think we're gonna get more seasons out of this. I doubt it. But let me. All right, you know what? Let's start off with the things I did like. Let me start with the things I did like. I love the action. The action was dope. I love the choreography. I love the way it looked in the animation. And that's one of the things I also love too. I really love the animation. The animation really did this show justice. I like the designs for the demons. I like the demons. They look pretty cool. I also like the demon world concept that there are three sections of the demon world. One was for like higher demons, like kind of like powerful demons, and then you have the one with the lowest ones. So that was pretty cool. What else? Oh yeah, I was kind of going back and forth with this personally. I really did like the how do you call it? When they change certain things, like we got explanations for certain things, like how anything that has a pointy ears is classified as a demon. So we got that now, and now we find out that the Kais are technically demons, and so are Piccolo, which I mean the Namekians, which I think we always kind of knew, but they just added more context to it. We actually got more explanations of where they actually came from. So the Namekians came from the demon, which is a pretty cool concept. And these were answers that I think people were asking for a long time, you know. So I'm glad they used this show to do that. So that was pretty dope. I'm also I'm probably gonna lose subscribers for this. But I'm also a Vegeta. I like what's crazy? I used to love Goku more back in the day when I was a kid. I used to think Vegeta was trash. I couldn't stand Vegeta. But now that as an adult, I really understand Vegeta more than I do Goku. And I think Vegeta gets a bad rep a lot of the time. Some of them are warranted though. The Cell allegations will never stop. Okay, so I can't defend that. But there's this notion that Vegeta loses every fight. Sure, I mean sure he's not the main character of the show. It's Goku. So no, it's like Kuwabara beating Sensu or Rock Lee beating Madara Uchiha or Luffy. Oh, not Luffy. I'm sorry. Or you know what's crazy? I can't even say Zoro because Zoro's like damn near almost neck and neck with Luffy in terms of power. So I can't even say that. That's like Usopp defeating Doflamingo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not the same. Like it just it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It's his show. Dragon Ball centers around Goku. He is the main character. But also, I think people don't want to admit that Goku has never won against a main villain by himself after Z. I mean, I'm sorry, after OG Dragon. The only one you could really say he won against was Frieza. And even then he had him. But until he went Super Saiyan. But that's neither here nor there. So Vegeta gets a bad rap a lot. And I think it's unfair. But I really like that this show really gave Vegeta his good moments, bro. I really like that. Zoni, how so Daima is fully finished? No part two or nothing? Yeah, so far from what I've seen, I haven't seen any, season two news or whatever. I don't even know how you would even do a season two, honestly. It's possible, but I don't think we're gonna get a season two anytime soon. Um, and I want to talk about that a little bit later too, because that's one of the things I didn't like. So I really like that Vegeta got his moments. The Tamagotchi warrior with Goma. I really like that he got his moments. I'm trying to think of what else I liked. Yeah, you know what? I think those are the only things I really like. Yeah, those are the really only things I really liked about this show. I really like that. I really like that it felt like Dragon Ball for sure. And it wasn't like kiddie like that. Oh, that's one of the things I really did like. It had its kiddie moments, but it also had its dark moments too. It's you know heavily not I won't say heavily dark. I'm not gonna say that, but it had its like mature moments. I'll just say that, especially when it came to the fight, right? Um, and again, I just I really did like the fighting aspect of this. The action scenes were dope, especially when you see everybody come together to fight Goma, since he got the Pride Trooper suit now. And all of a sudden he's a warrior now because he out here just giving hands to everybody, which is crazy. Um, Bro, I saw a short of Bulma telling Vegeta that she won't take a rap with him anymore if he doesn't give the others a chance to fight. The big corny annoying dude, and he was shot and instantly flew to the ground to have the others fight too. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, Zodi. That was a funny ass. Like you'd have to see it in the moment. That was a funny ass scene. Hey, listen, the cheetah's changed, bro. He ain't the Galaxy Buster we know him to be. He love him some Boma. I can't even sit here and be like, nah, that was trash. Nah, bro. Let me tell you something. Say whatever you want about Vegeta before, but now he loves his family. But he is a family man. He love his Boma. He don't be looking at nobody else but Boma. And I can see why, because Boma was the only one to stand up to this thing. Knowing what he is. He was the only one, bro. Only one. You gotta be a menace to have your ex-boyfriend get killed by this man and then have babies with him, bro. You gotta be a menace for that shit. You know what I'm saying? A freaking menace, bro. You keep looking to the right. Is something wrong? No, 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 no. I'm just looking at because the light's on my right hand side. I'm sorry. The light and the camera is right here, so that's why I'm looking at the front. So I'm looking at you, Joey, and everybody else. That's why I keep looking to the right. Okay. Then again, like I said, I really did love the action. I really love the action in it. It was just so dope. It was so choreographed well, really dope. I like the side characters too. I gotta see his name. Hold on, let me. I keep forgetting this dude's name. Give me 1 second. Glorio. There we go. Glorio. I like Glorio. I like Pansy. They weren't annoying at all. Even that fight, and I think that's kind of what changed me too. When we saw the fight between Goku and Glorio, I felt like that's what really changed it to me being like, oh, okay, I bet. Travi, how you doing, my boy? What I think is the creators are for sure determining if the fans will prefer it being canon to Super. It is in the air for them too. Well, here's the thing, bro. And I'm glad you brought that. Actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because from what I understand, since the late great Toriyama passed away, uh, damn, has it been a year? It ain't been a year, right, guys? Am I bugging? Let me know. They're kind of fighting over the rights right now. and that's why we Super's being held up, right? So, and if that's the case, I can see Daima kind of going in a newer direction, and then we're just gonna deviate from Super. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because if you're gonna do that, then you gonna if you can't get the rights to Super to make no more content anymore, then you might as well just use Daima and say that's based on a new timeline. I can see them easily doing that, and I'm gonna go into why also. And that's one of the things I didn't like about this show because there were a lot of wasted opportunities for me. Um, one of them was the Do brothers. I felt like that was a wasted opportunity. Um, when I first saw Ku, I think Ku was the slimmer one. When I first saw Ku, I was like, oh wow, Cyberman mixed with Majin energy. Yo, give me that. That was such a cool concept to me. And then we saw his first fight. He got washed. But then you get Do, the bigger one, and he is an absolute tank. He's the one that got all the power. You know what I'm saying? So now and listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's not why if my theories are wrong, I don't get upset. I don't get upset at a series just because my theories are wrong. I'm not one of those. Like, listen, it is what it is, bro. If I get a theory wrong, that's cool. So my thought was they were gonna fight, which Do and Goku actually fought. They fought each other, but I thought we were gonna get them to fuse into one being, and he was gonna be a monster. That's where I thought it was going, but they didn't go that route. They went to the route where this I can't even call it crazy, but this basically two. How many? Wait, do yeah. Basically, do or I'm sorry, Cool. Majin Cool became the Demon King Supreme, and everybody else was basically like a adversary, emissary, or whatever you want to call it. So it just ended weird, and we didn't really get no great fights with them, except for when they all got together and fought Go. Other than that, it really wasn't that great. Honestly, it was just a wasted opportunity. Speaking of wasted opportunity, the fusion book. Why would you even bring this up if you're never ever gonna bring it up? Why would you even do that? Like yo, when they said the fusion book, I automatically thought, oh shit, we gonna see a Kid Gogeta. That's what I thought we were gonna see. I thought that was gonna be the season finale type of deal. I really thought that when they brought it up. But nope. Sorry, let me read the comments real quick. I'm sorry. LMAO, Goku kept forgetting Glorio's name too. Oh yeah, Goku was mad disrespectful, bro. Let me tell you something. When Goku get disrespectful, he do. Listen. If you're not a fighter, you don't care about your name, bro. So SS4 is canon now, y'all. Yes, it is technically. Yes, it is canon. Now, I just don't know if it's canon to Super or it's canon to like the original timeline. I don't know. SS Vegeta 2. Yes, it's canon. It has. Either way, we're eating. For real, I love the margins. They could have been so much more. Yeah, exactly. They could have been so much more. So many people were saying Goma wasn't gonna be the final villain. Actually, you know what, man? I can see that. I can see that. Variant Collector, what's going on, man? I'm glad you came too, bro. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, my guy. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I thought Goma wasn't didn't even seem like a villain to me. Like, not really. Yeah, they were like, don't underestimate him, but he wasn't like I'm I'm scared of him. I wasn't scared of him. I'm scared of Cell, especially Sammy Perfect Cell. He looked like a menace, bro. Freezer, I was scared. Boo, depending on which Boo, Kid Boo, I was really scared of the most because he was just an unbridled menace, bro. He didn't give a goddamn, bro. He was gonna annihilate everybody and just go wild with it. This is the same dude that destroyed Earth. He did something. You know what's crazy? He did something that no other Dragon Ball villain has done. He destroyed the Earth. Then proceeded to destroy other planets, then go to heaven and started getting rid of people and started boxing with them, bro. This kid is a nightmare. A nightmare. I'm not scared of going. Even when he got the eye, I was like, oh, that's cool. But he looks like a pride trooper. Is this where they got the idea from? They got it from him? You know what I'm saying? And even if you were gonna make Goma that way, y'all could have made him more menacing. Y'all really literally just he had a big ass head with an eye and had a pride trooper fit. Like he was out there talking to the Jiren. He was like, "Yo, I need some fashion advice, bro. What can I do? Can you help me out?" You know what I'm saying? Even if you were gonna make him the final villain, y'all could have did that way better, bro. Oh man, Variant Collector. The plane, the plane issues every episode kept bothering me. Oh yeah. True that, true that. And then it's like they couldn't really fly like that up until a certain point. So actually, thank you. I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Variant Collector. Travi, the lore drops were the best part of the show. Yeah, and I said that earlier. Like that was one of the things I really did like about the show. Um, the extra lore that we got. You know what I'm saying? The Kais and the demons. Sorry, the Kais and demons. The Kais and the Namekians were basically part of the demon world. That's pretty cool. You know, and we never really got an explanation for that. That's actually was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. You know, and then finding out the Supreme God has brother and a sister, and then finding out how they get born, crazy work. But it makes sense because that's how they are. You know, and that's the thing. And I'm glad you said that too, my boy. Even like his brother, Kai's brother, even his brother and his sister, they didn't really scare me. They weren't like, yo, he is a problem. They never gave me that feel. You know what I mean? Kid Boo gave me nightmares when I was like 4. Yeah, bro. Yo, Boo was a menace, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. People say that Kid Boo was the strongest. He really wasn't the strongest out of the Boos. Personally, to me, he wasn't the strongest. He was just the most menacing. Just because he didn't have a mind. I mean, you can say whatever you want about the other Boos. They had a mind. They could think. Even when you get to for me was the strongest Boo was Ultimate Gohan. Buhan. There we go. Buhan was the strongest to me. He had Piccolo's mind. He had Gotenks' power. He also had Gohan's power, and he was Ultimate at the time. And Ultimate Gohan was stronger than anybody else at that point. So you know what I'm saying? Even though Buhan is the strongest to me, I was still afraid of Kid Buu. Hydrogram made me scared too. Oh yeah, the big monster from the movies. Yeah. Hey, you know what, bro? Nah, nah. All the movies, all the movie villains were WS. Listen, out of all them DBZ movie villains, ain't nobody scared me more than Brawly. OG Brawly was a fucking menace. Menace. Menace, bro. Menace. Menace, bro. He, kids, boys, girl, it didn't matter, bro. Broly was, he was destroying everybody. That was the first time I was legit scared for the Z Fighters, bro. I was like, what are y'all gonna do? I would love to do a Brawly reaction, movie reaction. I would love to do it. I don't know where to get the dub. That's the only thing I got a problem with. I don't know where to get the dub. If y'all know where to get the dub, I would definitely react to it. Hopefully, they don't copyright me heavily for it, because that happened to one YouTuber a long time, like a couple of years ago. Was it totally not Mark? Was it him? Um, like he reacted to a lot of the Dragon Ball Z stuff, like the episodes, I think, or something like that, and they shut down his whole channel. Like I said Toriyama, sorry. Funimation or somebody, one of them was like, nah, bro, you can't use this. We're done. Nah, you can't use none of that. So I don't want to go that route and to have that happen to me. So that's why, like, I have to be very careful about doing certain reactions. But I would definitely like to do an OG Brawly show, an OG Brawly reaction. I would love to do that. Going back to watch Dragon Ball Z and seeing the interactions between the Namekians all makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they weren't like bad people. They were good people. Majority of them were good people. Yeah, you had fighters here and there, but majority of them were good people. You know what I mean? So it was cool, and I actually like that. I actually really like that though, because it's like a different spin. Just because you're from the demon world, that doesn't mean you're actually evil. So that was pretty cool. Elder Guru being the most caring about his people because he knew some of the original that left. Yeah, and that's true. And it just kind of goes to show you why they were so powerful. Why were they able to make these grant wishing balls? Like, how did they even do this? Why did they even do this? And then you just come to find out that's why. They're one of the most powerful people in the series. And that's why, they were so important. They were so important throughout the series. Well, especially in with the nannies. And it explains a lot. It explains, King Piccolo. You know what I'm saying? It explains a lot of Kami. It explains a lot of stuff, yo. Travi, Brawly made a whole world people say Brawly too muscular nowadays. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what? I'm glad you said that too, because I love the muscle mass that was handled in the OG, Dragon Ball Z. I liked how that looked, and I kind of wish they would have kept that in Super. Um, because that's how you would look if you were like consistently training for years, never slowed down, never took a break. That's how you would look, just swollen, swollen. And I wish we would get back to that, but hopefully we do. Travi, it makes me wonder more who the creator of the Super Dragon Balls are. That's right, because we never got an answer to that, right? I don't remember. But I don't think we never got an answer to that. But yeah, um, okay, yeah, I wanted to get to my dislikes too. I'm sorry about that, because I got to read the chat. So okay. So this is like one of the biggest things I didn't like about this show. I didn't like how I didn't like the explanation that they gave us for Super Saiyan 4. I didn't like it. And I didn't like it because I felt like this was a hand wavy explanation. And again, we don't know if this is canon to Super or not. We just don't know. We don't know. And if it is canon to Super, y'all gonna have to explain why Goku didn't use this form when he fought Beerus. Cause to sit there and be like, and then he straight up lied and said, "Nah, this ain't it. Nah, that's all I got." And mind you, I still think Goku would have still lost in Super Saiyan 4, but I think he would have been able to give Beerus a little bit more fight. I don't think he would have won, but I think he still would have. I think it still would have been a fight though. Honestly, you know what? I don't know. I don't know because seeing how powerful Super Saiyan 4 was in Daima, he literally shook all of Demon World. And then on top of that, when he did that grossly awesome Kamehameha wave, he broke through all three of the barriers of Demon World. So you can so I don't know, man. I still think Beerus would have won. Don't get me wrong. Just based off of experience, I feel like Beerus has more experience than Goku and Vegeta have. Because he's been around longer than them, and that's the thing. You can be very powerful, you can be strong, you can be powerful, whatever. But if you ain't got the experience to back up what you're doing, then it's you can still lose. You know, so it's like in One Piece. For those of you that watch One Piece, it's like that where you could be strong as hell. But if you don't have experience to back up that strength, it's not gonna make it. You can still lose to someone. You can still lose. So that's the thing, right? Um. So I still think Goku would have still lost if he used Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus. Personally, I just think he would have like damaged Beerus more if that was the case. Also, and I felt like it was underused just because I mean Super Saiyan 4 as a concept in this in Daima. Just because y'all could have and I saw this theory a while ago. I don't know, I forgot who made this theory up. I forgot. But they were saying that Super Saiyan 4 was the precursor to Super Saiyan God. And what Beerus was watching when he had that dream, he was dreaming of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Y'all could have tied that up just like that, bro. Could have just did that. Y'all didn't do that. And then again, I didn't like at the end where he says, "Oh, Vegeta, I always had this form. I just didn't know how to work it out." And he basically did this whole time. I don't know. I don't know, man. Personally, I'm just like, oh, that's one of the things I didn't like about that show. I didn't like about that. Like y'all could have explained this a little bit better to me, in my opinion, personally. Um, but again, I really did love seeing it. I love the way he was fighting. It was the I remember also what I didn't like was how they made Goku get it. Basically, it was they didn't even explain it then when he did it. Like basically, the old Namekian boosted his stats. I'm guessing he did what Elder Guru did and like released his potential because we seen him do it with the Tamagotchi Warriors too. So of course he's able to do it, but I don't know if he mutated Goku's DNA. I we didn't really get an explanation for that, so I don't know. So that was one of the things I didn't like either. I didn't like that, but overall though, I'm not gonna say this was. It's not a failure. I don't think it's a failure. I think it did surpass my expectations. I will say that it did surpass my expectations. I'm not even gonna hold you on that. It did make me surprised. That was really crazy. I didn't expect to see Super Saiyan 3 and 4. I definitely didn't expect that. it. I just don't like the way they did certain things that they could have did it better, like I said in the video, especially with Super Saiyan. And then they just have it kind of like unresolved with certain things too, like the Cool Brothers, the fusion bug. Like y'all brought these up for what? You know what I mean? Even Goma as the final villain, I wasn't feeling him as the final villain. He basically was just a pride trooper, basically. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I did enjoy this series though. If I had to like give it a rating out of 10 being the highest and one being the lowest, I'd probably give it like an 8. I give it an 8. Yeah, taking my yeah, like I'd give it a solid 8. I did have a good time with this. It really surprised me. I did like Glorio and Pansy. I did like that. I have more likes than I have dislikes. But again, also we don't know if this is going to go further canon wise. Like we don't know yet. We don't know. There's I believe there's a licensing issue. So we have no idea where this is going. We just have no idea. So yeah. Um so that is my review, guys, for Dragon Ball Daima. Yo, y'all were coming out tonight, yo. I really appreciate that. You know what? I'm gonna start doing my lives at this time. I feel like this is the time where y'all could be coming through. So I'm glad y'all came through, and it seems like this is where y'all come through. So I'm just gonna probably do it around this time. Again, like Very Collector said, he glad he came on the live, and yeah, and that's kind of like I have to try to work out that issue because it's hard for me to get to it's hard for me to come from work early a lot of the time for me to do these lives, so that's the thing. But I'm gonna try my best to get here at a decent time so I can talk to you guys because I'm doing this for y'all and I'm doing this for me too, but I'm doing this for y'all as well. You guys make this channel where it is now, and it's crazy. Like you guys are so awesome. Like I think I'm at like what one. I think I'm at five. I'm almost to 5 6. Actually, I gotta look. Hold on, let me look real quick. Let me look real quick. Yeah, I'm almost to 550 subs, y'all. And I've been doing this for like a couple of years now. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without you guys. Some of you guys been rocking with me for day one. Some of y'all just found me the other day. And I really appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do. And I'm trying to get to the big time. I'm trying to do that. Hopefully I can. Because I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love making content. I love the editing process of it, and I ain't gonna hold you. This is one of the things I never thought I'd be good at doing, or I never thought I would be doing, but I've been doing it for like the last couple of years, and again, a lot of you guys, y'all are amazing. Y'all give me feedback a lot of the time, and y'all are awesome, you know. And thank you. I really appreciate that. And I want to do more Dragon Ball lives. I really want to start doing that again because I really slipped when I first made when I first was doing Saiyans Corner. I love doing it, but I again, life was life, and so I really couldn't do it like I wanted to. So I really want to get back into doing it because I really want to talk about Dragon Ball stuff. And then on top of that, like it's hard to finding news and stuff like that too. So it's really hard. But I want to talk about other things outside of that. I definitely want to do uh what's it called? Um like character matches. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to do that. Oh, and I saw the polls, and it seems like right now so far, a lot of y'all want me to see me stream Sparkling Zero. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna do that soon. I'll say that. I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna set it up. And mind you, this is like the first time I'm doing that, so I've never done that before. So, we'll see with that. But I am gonna be doing that for you guys soon, so be on the lookout. And like I said, I want to do reactions to the Dragon Ball Z movies. I definitely do want to do that. It's just going. I want to do the dub though. I want to do the dub version, but I think there's an issue with that, so I don't think I'll be able to do that. But I'll see. Like I said, if you guys find anything, or you guys can find the dub for me, I can definitely try to do it, and hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike. Hopefully, so I can definitely do that. But yeah, well, other than that, we'll see. See. All right, y'all. So I think that's gonna be it for this live stream. We've been almost an hour. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. Travy, Variant Collector, and Forrest Zoni. Thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate you guys for coming. Also, guys, comment down below. Like, how did you feel about Daima? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you feel the same as me? I gave it an 8.0. I taking my feelings out of it. I really did get it. I gave it an 8.0. I was really surprised with this show. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. And yeah, I mean, what did you guys think? And yeah, I love you guys so much. Deuces, be safe, have a good one. Look for upcoming projects from me, and have a good day, y'all. Later.